3.
2.
Dude,
Damn.
yeah, you gotta. That wasn't clean, man.
Fuck you.
That was not clean.
Whatever.
We're back with the second episode of the Monologue podcast.
Is that what the name is?
Yeah, the Monologue. I think that's the name at least. Otherwise, I've been really botching.
All right, so we heard there was a lot of people who liked it, and most people didn't. We got
Most people hated it.
12 million views. I think that was the last
12 million. I think it was like something 56,000 dislikes.
something.
Like 2,000
Something
likes.
like that.
That was a bunch of horse shit. I expected a lot better.
So the first thing that we did is we made these mics. They were first in our face, so now they're a little bit lower.
But me, I'm going right back up
Yeah.
there. Going right back up. And also, I guess you guys had an issue with my audio being a little bit off and not quite as loud
So
as Davis.
this fucking episode, we're turning it off
Yeah,
completely.
I'm talking
it.
directly through his mic and hoping for the
not doing
best
it
on
anymore.
that one.
Fuck
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, fucking. Also, I took some of the criticism to heart from the end of
Yeah.
last episode.
Sure.
After I got told my breath was bad, I haven't brushed my teeth in like 2 weeks now.
Mm-hmm. Smells like shit.
Yeah, so you can smell this ripeness from here, huh?
Did anything stand out from people? Like anything that they told you?
Like stand out as in like,
Any specific comments they said? I have one from somebody.
one of them stood out.
Yeah, well, my sister called me today,
Yeah,
and she was like, "I heard your podcast." First off, I didn't tell her about it.
really.
No, I didn't tell. I don't tell.
Well, she gets through. I
Yeah,
mean, she was
everything.
also the same person that saw, my dick pic
Right.
on Twitter.
So so she said there was like 3 stories that she could have been brought up into. And she was like, why is my name not getting dropped? She would like really wanted to be brought up.
Really?
And then the first time I brought her up was me making a joke about how I had sex with her, and I made an inside joke.
Oh,
And she was
I forgot that you talked about.
she was
having
like,
sex with-
the first thing you mentioned about me was that we had sex together.
how did she take that? Or is that not the first time that you brought up having sex?
Well, we've had sex before.
I mean, yeah. Since you guys have fun,
I guess we're gonna make that joke every time.
yeah. I guess we gotta have a reoccurring thing, right?
Yes. One thing that's not going to be reoccurring. I think we did 25 minutes on jacking off last time.
Yeah, straight masturbation.
So this is a no masturbation podcast. This
and
time.
here's the thing: I've been off masturbation for like 24 hours now.
Damn, dude, I was gonna say that.
Like
I was gonna say
it's pretty good.
I'm at 36 hours personally.
36.
I don't like to brag, but
You're a fucking champ.
No,
I think we
not
can
good at
keep
a
this
lot.
going for another 30 minutes of just talking about this.
should we talk about how you first had that salmon shirt on and you're like, oh,
Well, no. So here's the thing: we had to turn off the furnace because there was so much background noise.
Yeah.
So it got really cold in here. So I had to put on a
All right.
jacket.
You got a lot of the
and,
people?
And by that I mean the camera adds like fucking 80 pounds,
800 pounds.
80 pounds. So I was looking rough. And I already kind of look like a quarter stroked out.
Yeah.
So I think that I could not.
that was actually your biggest concern. You were like, why the fuck do I always look stroked out?
Like, I don't know what it is.
It's just your face.
I'm just not symmetrical.
Uh-huh.
And I'm pretty sure that's like how they determine beauty, right? Like, it's how beautiful you are is how symmetrical you are. And like,
I'm not gonna just straight up call you ugly, but I will concur that that's what beauty is based
like,
on.
and how do you measure? It's like kind of like how you measure eyesight, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like if 2020 is like perfect beautifulness.
Yeah.
I'm like 48, 36. Something
It's
around
it's
there.
pretty bad.
Yeah.
Dude, it looked like somebody like hit you with a fucking bat when you were a kid, and then your face just.
Here's
like
I
that.
have this funny story of when I was 3
Wait,
years
wait,
old,
wait. I'm gonna get into that.
and I got hit with a bat.
Yeah. Okay. yeah.
That was a rough moment in my life.
So I have like a beginning thing because last week people said we were all over the place. So
Yeah.
this week I wanted to start off with I made questions for you, and I'm gonna interview you.
Oh, I also have questions for you.
Okay. Oh, do you actually?
Yeah. Can I ask one right away?
I mean, if you want. I mean,
Yeah. No,
okay.
this one deals with since last episode I got what?
I got no cards again.
12 million views, right?
13
13
and counting.
million. So we had 13 million views on the last one. And like the cloud eventually is going to get to our head.
Mm-hmm.
But when we gain that cloud,
Yeah.
who do you think's fucking more? Me or you?
I think.
Like when we become famous, if we become famous, like in this metaphorical world, do you think that,
I mean, what
do you think that
what
you're
do you mean when?
yeah.
We already are, dude.
Dude, I did. I was at a BP the other day.
Yeah.
And I was like, he was like,
is that James Schwartz?
no. He said, I recognize you. I recognize. And I go, you must watch my podcast, huh?
Yeah.
And he goes, no, you were in that School of Rock movie.
Yeah, uh-huh.
You know, with the kids.
Miranda Cosgrove.
Yeah, he mistook me for Miranda Cosgrove, which was weird.
Yeah, right.
I get that often. I think it's the whole stroked out thing.
Do you want to you want to ask me a question first?
Yeah, who do you think has more sex? Like,
Oh, right.
if
That's
we're
what it
famous.
Like, I don't know.
Because here's the thing. I think...
Well, you're already crushing pussy right now, so I really can't...
you know, I'm just straight up beating that shit up.
That.
You know, but I was told that I don't cream in pussy last week.
Yeah, right.
But
And
I think eventually, once we get up to like 26 million views, I might be crushing some puss.
Well, I guess we'll find out. We have to wait.
I might be like a straight up Pauly Shore at that point.
We should also mention that we are filming this 3 days before it's going live because of...
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That's just how it has to be. We have to film every other Wednesday.
Yeah, so we're going to be... Every other episode
we
won't be recorded same day.
We have to clarify because people don't realize that we're trying to do this every week.
Yeah,
Like,
it's going to be a weekly thing. I mean, I said it at the end of the podcast.
Right, but nobody who listened to the end.
Yeah, nobody listened to it. I actually called multiple people that started watching it right at the end to say, hey, don't watch the last minute.
Yeah,
definitely don't watch that. The ending is terrible.
So the idea is that we want to do this every Saturday and put it out. We'll try to get it out by like 6 p.m. I think that's... I'm just going to say that time now, but I don't know if that's going to be accurate.
Saturdays, I don't even wake up till 6 p.m.
I know. We got it out 9 p.m. last Central Time.
Central Standard Time.
Yeah.
Hey, you forgot that. But Central Time is Master Race. I think that's what every...
All right, let's get into the James Schutz interview.
Okay. Interview.
So the way I structured this is I wanted to... I thought in my head my favorite stories that I've heard about you throughout my life.
Okay.
And I've structured it in the beginning.
Kind of stalkerish.
Early stories in the beginning of your life, and then they go throughout to the end.
Okay.
I mean, not all the way to the end. It's about...
So you want me to give like a whole autobiography?
Yeah. Well, I mean, up till you're, I think, 19. That's as far as I went.
19?
Yeah, roughly. I mean, I don't know how long this will take.
Hey, that was a year after I peaked. That was a year after I had sex for the first time.
I know.
And last time.
I actually wasn't even going to ask about that, but we can get into that now. So this starts off when you're a little baby.
Okay, I'm wee lad.
Have you ever been physically abused as a kid? Not by your family.
That's a personal question, dude.
Oh yeah.
But now that you mention it, I have. I actually had both my arms broken as a child. It's real nice of you to bring up a traumatic event, dude.
Do you even remember that?
Yeah,
you got both your arms and legs just
no, just legs.
It's just your legs.
Yeah. No arms.
Which one was it?
Left and right
Yeah.
arms. It was actually so bad to the point where I had both arms in a cast. I'd like go to try to scratch. I guess I had just like rosy cheeks.
Well, explain first who fucked you up.
My babysitters just grabbed me by the arms and I wouldn't shut up. Which you still do this to this day. Is if I don't stop talking, you just grab me by my arms and shake me. And it shuts me up real quick.
And no, it's
and I actually can't.
It's ingrained into you.
I can't do push-ups to this day because
I know. I don't think it's because of that. I think it's because of the
500 pounds thing.
Right.
Yeah, that's also a big issue.
Right.
That's a big issue. Yeah, no, I had both arms.
You got an $18 million settlement for that?
Yeah, no, I bought a Lambo solely off of that. I think I actually ruined their marriage.
Who?
The babysitters.
Yeah. So explain how did you guys get like this crazy babysitter?
Oh, I have no idea. I don't even know them personally.
She molested you too?
No. I wish.
She never molested you?
Well, I don't.
Dude, it says here on this card.
I don't.
Dude, I gotta get a new fucking agent.
Yeah, I don't think I was molested.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. I don't know. I wish. I feel like that would have shaped.
Say you wish.
That would have. I mean, that would have been.
You know what? That's what happens, right? If you get molested as a kid, there's a higher chance that you become a child molester.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't wish that I was molested then.
Right. Yeah. Not that I would know personally. But...
I've steered clear of molesting children for 22 years, so I'm doing pretty good.
So you guys got...
I don't think I was molested then.
You guys got these babysitters.
Yeah.
Is it just one or two?
Two.
Well,
it's a couple.
Oh, so they both grabbed you by one arm?
No, I think it was one of them.
You guys, you know how they
entire
attach
stories.
You know how they attach people to like their arms and legs to goats and make them run in every direction? Do you think that's how they did to you?
People do that?
Yeah. What? That's how they torture people.
Really?
Yeah, and you as a baby.
I do fuck with goats though.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that you can like scare and they like pass out, right?
What?
Goats?
I don't know that much knowledge about goats. All I know about my knowledge is strictly on you today.
I know one thing about goats. And that's me.
All right, okay. All right.
I know the ins and out of
Lame
me,
joke.
dude.
Lame joke.
All right. What's your next question, dude?
No, I'm not done. I'm not done with these fucking people who
Dude, hey man, you're really bringing up some traumatic events. Dude.
All right, fine.
You're going too deep here.
This one's not as like crazy, but you are the youngest of a family of 4, right?
Yeah.
And because of that, you got picked on by your brothers a lot, or your brother and their friends.
Yeah.
What did they do to pick on you? They made you like suck their dicks and stuff?
No, that's not a thing.
That's not true?
No.
Wait, it says you read the card.
Yeah, no.
All right, well.
Never had my dick sucked.
I gotta get somebody to write fucking better.
Yes.
You never got your dick sucked? No. You sucked their dicks.
No, I never sucked their dicks.
Never?
No.
Well, what would they do to you?
I only had to give them hand jobs. No,
that was good.
I did get the shit kicked out of me like a lot.
Yeah.
More or less because like they called me Yames.
Yeah.
And I don't know why, but like they were just like testosterone filled high schoolers. So they just were like, hey, let's beat the fuck out of this kid. And like if I stood up for myself, like you'd be like, in normal movies, like I saw it in like, you know, Rudy like becomes like this football player because he just like fights against the grain. Me, if I fought against the grain, I just got the shit kicked out of me harder. Once I punched one of my brother's friends.
What's the age difference between you and your brother's friends?
5 years.
So they would fuck you up.
And here's the thing.
How old were you?
I was a ripe 12, 11-year-old.
Right.
Right. And at that time, I was...
They even, like,
I
they
couldn't
would
run.
Really tell it, like, they would really fuck you up, right?
One time, I punched one of my brother's friends in the chest to defend myself. And my brother decided to chase after me into the bathroom. I closed the door on him. He comes in, and I try to guard myself sitting on the bathtub. And he Spartan kicks me and knocks me out of the bathtub.
Your head hit the back of it, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I got fucked up pretty good.
How do you think that you actually don't have CTE? You 100% do.
You think I do not have CTE.
I would love if there was a test to get it checked out. How long did you play football for?
6 years.
6 years, right? Yeah. And you played at like, you were considered one of the better people. You played both sides of the ball, and your brothers would give you CTE consistently.
I don't think that like you get concussions. You don't.
How many concussions have you had?
I don't know, maybe 3.
That's for sure. How do you
There's
not think that's
no
CTE?
way because like
mild.
So many people get concussions.
Yeah.
Like literally, like there was a kid in our high school that if he walked the
he
wrong way down the hallway and bumped into somebody, he'd have a concussion.
You remember when you like threw that guy into a locker and you made him pass out because you were a bully?
I was thinking about it. Yeah. And I was trying to think of going back to my roots of when I really became a bully.
Yeah, I mean right from the get-go.
No. I think it was like...
Well, that's the point of these questions, to figure out why you were a bully.
Is that what it is?
I mean, not just that.
So yeah, I was kind of shaped from a young age. But I like to think of it as me being a martyr. Like I'm trying to keep these kids from acting out, you know, them becoming like crazy, you know, and shooting up schools.
You used to bully a kid with who was blind?
No, he had night blindness.
Okay, so half blind?
Yeah, quarter blind at most.
Do you remember telling him that? And you were like, yeah, I used to throw desks into him or whatever, and you thought that was okay?
Okay, but like he laughed, we laughed, like we had a good time.
We kicked it.
We kicked it all the time. But I tried to like.
Hey, we're getting a little bit off topic because we're not into high school yet. We're still in early.
Well, no, because I'm in adolescence right here. Like around the same age group. I think it's right when I started becoming a bully because I was getting the shit kicked out of me. But I was still smart-ish in school, like not super smart, but I could read at a decent pace, right? And I knew I was a bully whenever we'd play popcorn. Yeah. Because I'd like search for the kid that like couldn't read well, like stuttered, and I would pick that kid to read every single time.
That fucking dumb bitch.
Yeah, I'd make that fucking dumbass read. I didn't give a shit.
Well, how old were you?
I was like 5th grade.
And that's when it started?
Maybe. I think that's when I started becoming like somewhat a bully, or showed early signs of bullyism.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Why did you decide to become that kid?
It wasn't like one particular kid.
Right.
I think it was just like whichever kid stuttered, whatever kid couldn't read very well.
I hated that fucking kid.
Yeah. See, I'd pick him for popcorn every single time. And I'd like race through as fast as I could. Like I'd read like a page like that. Like fucking 1, 2, 3. And then I'd be like, let's really slow this puppy down. Bam. Brian, who can't read. Start reading. I don't know if there was actually a Brian that couldn't read.
We know a Brian you used to fucking bully personally. Yeah. Maybe it's that guy.
I mean, there's been a couple Brians I've bullied.
All right, let me read this question. You had a lot of friends in middle school, right? And growing up. But hold on.
Not a lot.
But you never hung out with them outside of school. You only hung out with them inside of school. Why was that?
One of the issues I think was, I think we touched on it. I didn't sleep in a bed or in like a room.
Is that touching on it?
Until I was like 20. No, we talked about me not sleeping in a bed until I was like 20. So like I didn't want to invite anybody over. I mean, who wants to hang out with the freak that sleeps on the couch? And also in elementary school, I had an issue with inviting people over because I didn't want like anybody to see me sleep because I'd suck on my thumb when I slept.
Is that real?
Yeah.
Were you embarrassed by it?
Yeah, 100%. And I had like this towel that I'd like.
They also wanted to hang out with you all the time, and you would just make excuses, right?
Yeah, but I mean, I still do that to this day. Like, I don't want to kick it with anybody.
But like,
if me and you could do this from separate houses and it still be an all right dynamic, I wouldn't have you come to my house at all.
Sidetrack a little bit. I'm very surprised that I got here and this was actually set up.
Really?
I really was like, this motherfucker's still gonna be playing WoW, and like, I almost made a jerk off joke, but we're trying. It's a no jerk off hour.
No, I made sure to masturbate 3 hours beforehand.
You already said you come on.
It was 3 hours.
Okay, we got to get off of it. We got to get off of it.
Yeah.
We're not trying to get off. Sorry, bad choice of words.
Yeah, bad choice of words right there, man.
So, okay. You want me to do another one?
Yeah.
All right.
Keep them coming on me.
So, we're jumping a little bit. 8th grade year. You know, you joined the
7th grade year, I joined football.
Right. So, you started gaining friends with from the high school, the people you're eventually going to go become with.
Yeah. And not only that, kids that are like going to that high school
right.
that I'm going to.
So,
hopefully.
You met this girl.
Okay.
Do you know where this is going?
Yeah, but that's a subject that I don't want to touch on, dude. I don't want to start crying, dude.
Well, we're touching on it.
You want me to beef, dude?
Yeah. So
dude, this is fucking whack,
you met this girl, and would you say she was an angel? Would you say the love of your life?
I think that there's no better way to describe her than angel. Yeah.
This story always gets brought up to me, which I wasn't around for.
God, I know where this is going.
And I actually hate this story, but I feel like we have to like throw it out there right away.
Yeah.
How long you guys date for? This girl?
Like 2-3 weeks.
2-3 weeks.
Yeah.
And in that, you guys, you pecked on the cheek,
and
kissed on the lips, you hugged,
yeah,
and you ate her out.
I fucking ate that pussy, dude. You know what I'm saying, dude?
And whatever reason, she broke up with you.
Broke my heart, yeah. Shaped me into the man who I am today.
Over text. And you decided to drown yourself in the sink?
Yeah, I went into a coma for 6 years.
Why are people so obsessed with that story? I hate it.
You hate that story?
I hate that story because I don't think it's that funny, but a lot of people do.
I mean, at the time, like, I don't know why.
How old were you?
I was in 8th grade.
Yeah.
And I was
14.
I was hammered.
You know what? That's funny because I have a question coming up from that.
I was fucking. We had a WAP party.
One thing I like to say is that when I was 14, I didn't even like make out with a girl yet, and you were getting hammered.
Oh, I was fucking trash.
It's because you were the youngest in the family, so like.
Yeah, so like Keith Stone was in my blood, dude. I had some fucking Keystone all the time.
And I wanted to be partying with these people, but I was too much of a fucking dork.
Yeah, you were too much of a dweeb. And you were specifically left out of it. Like, you weren't allowed to come hang out with us. And even the, like, mutual friends that you had, you would try to sneak your way in.
Yeah.
And, like,
we're getting there. Don't jump. Okay. Stick on the topic of you.
So, I got drunk. I got real sad, and I was like, dude, I'm about to end it. And I fucking fill up my bathroom sink. I put my head in there, and I go, make a couple bubbles, and they're all screaming, James, no, James.
I really don't like when motherfuckers are like, he's really doing it. This is how he ends his life.
And my big concern about it was like,
first off, just let him die. It's fine.
Why did they think that they couldn't stop me? Or, like, the fact that, like, once I go unconscious, I'm just going to fall out of that sink.
Like, that's how you're going to do it?
Yeah.
Dude, that's, like, a bitch-ass way to do it.
Especially since I'm a phenomenal swimmer. And can hold my breath for upwards of, like, 20 minutes?
Hey, we actually have a hold our breath contest where the first time you did it, you crushed me, right?
Yeah.
But we had a rematch recently. Who's the hold their breath champion right now? Now, we're 1-1.
You might have the strap right now, dude. But let's be honest. The first time that we did it, I demolished you.
Okay, well,
Demolished.
Yeah, whatever.
Fucking crushed you.
Yeah.
In front of a girl
that
you were pursuing.
I loved her. I don't want to say I don't want to say specifically when this happened, but do you remember like I described her as stinky?
Yeah.
Oh, yo, this is a super bad tangent. I was at the store like working.
Yeah.
And then this girl just walked by. I just caught a whiff of her. Fell in love.
Like smell good or bad?
Dude, it's like the weirdest fucking thing.
No, that's how I feel with every stripper though.
No. It wasn't like a scent she put on. It was her natural scent.
Like you smelled her straight up fucking natural puss, dude. Like
Yeah.
you smelled a little bit of pussy in there.
I'm a smell guy, right?
Yeah.
If I don't like their natural scent, we're not gonna work out.
Yeah.
So
and you fuck with my stinky ass breath.
No. That's what I'm saying. So I chased that girl down and I got her number. Made that part up. Come on now.
Yeah, you're never talking to a woman out in public ever. Last time that you tried to talk to a woman, you shit your pants in public.
Yeah. Yeah, put it out there. Put it on the record.
Put that on the record. Put it in the books. But yeah, you did that downtown, remember?
Don't say number. Now fucking people are gonna think that shit.
I mean, I don't think that they should.
Okay.
I think that they should know.
Okay.
They should know that you shit yourself.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Yeah. All right. Back to your question.
Yeah. Why would you?
Hey, that's an interview for you, not me. If you want to interview me, you can come up with questions.
How often do we got to talk to me though? Like
this is all I got. I mean,
I got some questions for you eventually.
Dude, I'm not done. I got 1, 2, 3. I got 4 more.
Okay, keep them coming.
Right.
We got through the somebody bit me and they were trying to get me out. I said, God, I shouldn't have drowned myself in the sink. There's always sharks in there.
Yeah.
And like people thought that was hilarious, but 8th grade humor, not as good.
No, yeah, to today's standards.
Yeah. Like I used to like
and a burp.
I used to like make humping jokes all the time. Like I thought that like humping your friends was like the funniest thing. Mm-hmm. So
that's one thing that bothers me is that story stays around because it's clearly just 8th grade humor.
Yeah.
And it's like it doesn't compare, but that one's still like another one. Back to the like your friend.
I think that the funniest part about it is just that I was like an 8th grader getting like fucking
heartbroken,
blackout drunk.
That is the funniest part that I didn't even realize. But back to like also the coin purse story. That one people love.
Oh yeah.
I don't like them at all.
Yeah,
I fucking hate it.
I mean, it got groped as
how old are you?
I was like 8 years old, and one of my brother's friends touched me. I said, "Oi, my coin purse!"
Yeah, grabbed you by the testicles,
right by the testicles,
and then he made you suck your dick.
Hand jobs.
I knew it, dude.
Hand jobs, man.
All right, we're out.
I didn't suck a dick till I was 20 and a half.
Okay, so now we're jumping from 14 to 15.
Okay.
When you were 15,
all right,
you got a ticket. What was that? You want to describe it?
I got my first...
let's be clear. His first underage drinking ticket.
Yeah. I got my first underage drinking ticket at 15. One half of my underage drinking tickets. I may or may not have got drunk at a previous seniors party.
Yeah.
And I was just a freshman. Thought I was like the coolest guy around.
Let's be real. You were.
Hey, I was popping. Hey, freshman year, I was popping.
Freshman year, if you were talking about your peak, 15, 16.
Like, I'm saying take off like maybe 100 pounds.
Dude, you had a neck back then.
I had a neck. They didn't look stroked.
You used to style your hair.
Oh, no.
You wear polos.
You know what? I did this weird thing. I used to put mousse or gel in my hair. And I just wear my bangs down.
I know, dude. And the thing is, I was in my shower like, how does he fucking get it like that? Because you were the coolest kid in town.
Yeah, I was a cool kid. But so I got invited to this house party, and I was like, all right, dope. Yeah, sure. These guys are like all 18, 19. You know, why not go to this party? I get hammered. You know, we're doing fucking, lemonade vodka bongs and shit, just getting hammered drunk. I get so fucked up that I pass out on a recliner in a duplex. They start pouring Neosporin and fucking toothpaste all over me. So I look like I'm covered in semen, just straight up covered in semen. Mm-hmm. And one of our buddies goes, yo, this is fucked up. Kicks out 2 girls for us.
Yeah.
Kicks them out, changes me, Doesn't change my pants though. It just keeps me in my pants, but does give me a new shirt, which is pretty nice of him.
Well,
puts me back in that recliner.
Don't ever say they never did anything for you.
Yeah, I'll never do that. And I'm passed out in this recliner. Come to find out, I get woken up at like 5:30, 6 a.m. One of my buddies tells me, "Hey, the cops are here," and I go, "Fuck off, dude." And I'm like trying to go back to sleep. He's like, "No, like for real, the cops are here." And I just get like this bright light in my face, and I'm like, "God damn it!" And this is the middle of the start of the football season. First year, sophomore year, I'm going to be starting varsity.
Was it starting? Was it the summer going to sophomore year?
Yeah. Okay. It was a week before our first game.
Oh, yeah, that's a big deal.
Yeah, and I was going to start varsity, so I was like, "Yo, I'm the fucking hottest shit right now." Get woken up. One of our buddies got a haircut, a buzz cut with just straight up scissors.
Yeah.
So that way his hair was like fucked up. Like this guy looked like a straight up like meth addict. His fucking hair was falling out and shit.
Tell them about the person who's in the bathroom.
Does that happen with meth?
I have no idea.
Oh, I don't know.
The person in the bathroom.
So then I'm there, and as the cops are talking to us, getting our like BAC and shit, like fucking we're blowing into this shit. It's like 5 a.m. and I blow a like 0.19 or something.
You're 15.
Yeah, 15. But like, I guess there's something wrong with the fucking whatever they're called, the thermometers. Yeah, breathalyzers.
I'm here for context.
Yeah, thank you. And I'm like, they all said that they were broken, and I go, "Man, I really got to shit right now." I go, "Hey, can I go shit?" And they're like, "No." And I'm like, "I'm in a duplex. Like,
yeah, I'm not gonna. You're gonna run."
Yeah, I'm not going to run.
Yeah, look at me. I'm a big guy.
Yeah, I'm a big guy. I can't fit out any fucking window in this house, let alone the bathroom window on the second floor. And I go to open up the door, and one of our buddies is passed out on the floor, so his feet are against the door and his head's against the back wall. So there's no possible.
He's also what?
He's also butt naked.
Completely naked.
Yeah, because he took a bath the night before. And then they go, "Oh shit, hey, somebody's in the bathroom. There's more people in this house." And they push me out of the way. And I just pass out. And as I'm going down, I just start fucking knocking everything over. I botch it. I knock over like fucking 20 bottles and shit. And they go, "Open up. It's the police department." And my buddy goes, "Fuck off. I'm naked." And he denied it. All throughout high school, blah, blah, blah. I go to apply for the Navy. And as I'm like filling out all that shit, they like have the entire written report, and it has
his entire record
of my entire record of me getting this underage drinking ticket.
Everything that he's ever done. And this is the police deposition that we have right here.
And it says specifically in there.
Here, do you want me to read it?
No, because it has too many names in there.
No, I can just censor the names.
It's fine. Pretty much he denied saying, "Fuck off, I'm naked." And it pretty much says verbatim something along the lines of...
Here's the quote. "Leave me alone, motherfucker." "When I identified myself as the police, the subject quickly responded and got off the floor. His friend gave him some clothes. When the subject came out, he was identified as this person."
Yeah. So he tried to deny it, but clear as day when I'm trying to apply for the Navy, like you can see in the record.
I like that they put it. I like that that person had to go out of their way to be like
and it was
"Leave me alone, motherfucker."
It was also in a small town, so like this was known by everybody.
I mean, I guess it is because it's a suburb.
Yeah, but like everybody knew about this.
Yeah,
like 100%. Like people were saying shit about it like for a long period of time.
Right.
Which, because it's just a small town.
Right. Yeah. Well, luckily for them, they like, because it's a small town, they didn't even get anything. Like they got it taken off their record, right? Because
everybody else except for me.
You were the only person who
showed up to the court date, and they all got it dropped. Me, on the other end, didn't get it dropped. I just paid it, and it was on my record. I think that it would have still been on my record. Because I once told the teacher, like, "Hey, you're a fucking bitch" on my Facebook and shit one time. And
that was on the record?
That was on my record.
Yeah.
Not like my actual record, but when they were doing the deep dive for like my nuke tech job or whatever, like they were like, "Hey, and you said this to said teacher?" And I was like,
What teacher was it? Just say what class.
It was my history class.
The sophomore history class?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I called him a fucking pussy ass bitch or something on
like
Facebook.
On Facebook? Yeah, fuck that motherfucker.
Yeah, so that was like brought up. I was like, how the fuck do they know this?
Mm-hmm. How deep do they... Oh, yeah, we should... one of these days we have to like we should front load everything that might like damage us, because we probably have a lot of crazy shit out there that's like just waiting to like be a bullet.
Oh, like how you fucking trap women at parties.
Right.
Like you don't go with the typical like Bill Cosby route where you drug them.
Yeah, not the typical route.
You more or less like to put one hand on both sides of them,
so they have
and more or less overpower them. So that they
don't say overpower. Don't say overpower. Okay.
I mean, you're stronger than any woman.
I mean, I get into fights with women a lot. Yeah, and fuck them up.
You're coming up on. By the time that this is released, you might have gone through your 19th fight.
It's coming up. It's coming up quick.
Yeah, against Ronda Rousey, I think.
All right, I think we're good on the first.
Yeah.
The first.
Let me finish the story though.
Fine.
You like to?
Hey, no, we can. I'm totally glad to go into that story. Fine, but this is like a you-centric podcast.
Yeah. So pretty much he likes to trap women at parties.
I guess we'll leave it at that.
So that way he can try to get kisses from them.
I can't wait till
after calling them by the wrong name. By the way.
Okay, don't
by the wrong name.
Okay. All right.
Keep on coming.
All right, so I got 2 left, and
do you think you got me in the hot seat right now, huh?
I mean, you are in the hot seat.
You think you got me in the hot seat?
I'm waiting because of how the first one went, where I got all of our friends to make fun of you and tell them their deepest, darkest secrets, and now we're going through my favorite stories of you. I got to imagine you're gonna have a clapback from me. It's coming soon.
For you?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, here's the thing. I got some things planned.
I think a lot of
none of which include slime.
Okay. All right.
You may or may not get slimed.
One thing that I think like people might not realize is that you usually come at me way harder than I do.
Oh yeah.
I've been front loading a lot of this, but when the ball starts getting rolling, you're not gonna hold back.
Oh,
I don't want to give it away for people who like don't know who we are, but it's pretty rough sometimes.
Are you going to cry?
No, I mean
you look pretty like
a little shaken up.
This guy just makes fun of me all
the
time.
Well, speaking of our dynamic, getting back to our fucking interview that I'm trying to do, that I'm kind of conduct.
All right, dude.
So
shoot the question.
We left at when you were.
I got my underage drinking ticket
right.
at 15.
So at this point, you have been away from me your entire life.
Haven't met you yet.
Haven't met me.
Well, I've met you, but you were a fucking dweeb. You're a fucking dork that I'd never talked to.
The question is, when you met, what are your first impressions of me? How we became friends? Whatever you want to say. Take this into whatever direction you want to
go. At the time, David, although...
Which one? When? Huh? When we first met?
Yeah, when we first met.
Okay.
At the time, not the man that you see before you right now, may or may not had hair down to his shoulders. This guy
can I pause real quick?
Had fucking luscious locks.
Yeah. No, it was great. You can tell your version of how we met, and then I'll tell you the correct version of how we met.
Okay. So he had luscious locks. This guy is fucking looking like, man, I look up to some guys in the fucking 80s. Like, I want to wear some fucking tight jeans. Yeah. I want to wear, some fucking cheetah print fucking jeans.
That's what you thought about me? Okay.
Some see-through tank tops. Right. Like, that's what this guy fucking looked like. And for some reason, his parents were like, hey, you have to join football.
Okay,
because we think something's wrong with you. And that's what I got from this guy. I thought, like, he was forced to join football because, like, his parents, like, were trying to cure him of, like... Mm-hmm. His gayness.
Yeah.
So like
you make a joke, but they for a while thought I was gay for sure.
Really?
No, they were certain.
Okay. I mean, they weren't wrong. But so they forced him onto football, and that's what I think of this guy.
They didn't force me into football. It was my choice.
I think this guy's just a complete dweeb. And the first impression that I have of him is he kept on fucking up plays in practice over and over again. So much to the point where I took practice pretty serious. And as soon as I got the chance where he finally set the play up right so that way we could finally run it, we were supposed to go at like half speed maybe. I completely decleated this motherfucker and put him into the dirt.
Yeah.
And so that's our freshman year. We don't really wait, let me keep on going until we like become friends.
Well, wait, I want to retell that story.
It'll be really quick though.
Fine.
So then we fast forward to about junior year.
Yeah.
We have lockers right near each other. And me, because I'm the big honcho. I'm the fucking big guy.
Okay.
The fucking big man on campus. Okay. And you're just a fucking little dweeb.
You're lucky.
That shouldn't have a fucking locker.
Okay. I'm giving you the spotlight. Go
You're
ahead.
right next to me, but we had to share this bench spot.
Oh, wait,
because
actually,
we were at
what
the
did you
end.
call me? Hold on, let me write these down.
Write it down. Called you a dweeb, a fucking weirdo,
Little dweeb. Hold on, got it.
a man that doesn't deserve a locker.
Dweeb.
Doesn't deserve locker.
Locker. Okay.
And we had to share this end of the bench. And it was like, in most circumstances, you would think first come, first serve. But I'm the big honcho, so I have to come over there and I need to rest after putting my heart on the line.
Okay.
Literally. And this guy's doing nothing all practice. I get there and he's sitting down and I go, yeah, that's not happening. And I had a bad day, so I just pick him up and move him. And I sit down in the spot and he goes, you know, I can't beat you up, but I can murder you.
Yeah. Okay.
And that made me die of laughter. And we became pretty close friends after that. And then it kind of, you know, snowballed into what it is today, where I'm your best friend and you're a good friend of mine.
Okay. All right. Is that how you want to end it?
That's how I want to end it. Oh, also put little. He was a little guy there too. He was just a little man. Just a little
question mark. Okay.
little fucking dweeb.
Well,
How did we actually meet? What do you think, or from your point of view?
what do I think?
Yeah.
First off, I'll say up front,
Okay.
I joined the football team.
Dork.
I don't know why I had it in my head that I ever was going to be good at that. I'm not like an athletic person, but I decided to stay on the team for 4 years. So
Didn't play.
no,
All but special teams.
okay. So during practice, I don't really know what to do. I don't.
Oh, wait. Write this down.
I'm not writing shit down. I'm in the middle.
Slow. He was also slow
Okay.
in the head and
All right,
physically.
okay, great.
In the head and physically.
So me not knowing what to do or where to go, I just kind of stood there.
Yeah.
Now, the point of this play, also, when you're bad at football, you never actually get to learn your own offense. You only get to learn the opposing team's defense because you need the good players to learn against the shitty players. You can say retard, whatever.
Yeah, and once you get to like third, fourth string, they just like second string sometimes gets like rifled in there to like, oh, maybe he might have got better this week. You were like third, fourth string of our best players' position, so you never got thrown in.
I literally didn't ever get to learn our offense, but I knew every single defense and like of the opposing teams. So the coaches also were like, they wanted the good players to be good and also look good during practice. Unfortunately, because I didn't move at all during the play, when the play would happen, the guy with the ball would come to me, and then I would tackle the guy, and making
it spectacularly make the play.
Everybody like, whoa, dude, David's fucking this up. Like the best play, like consistent, like left and right. I just kept like
get in the tackle. I kept on getting. I was getting fucking reamed because they were like, James, why the fuck aren't you blocking him? And then I'm like, he's just not coming through for me to
Here's
hit
the problem. For people who don't understand football, all I have to do is go past the line of scrimmage. Because I don't move and I don't literally know how to play football, I could just dominate another player every time.
The play would come straight to him.
So the moment they were like, David, do something. All I did was run forward, confused, because I literally don't know where to go.
This is his first time past the line of scrimmage and on the offensive side of the ball.
Then there's this rage kid. This kid who doesn't like understand how to like contain his emotions. He just got yelled at, reamed up by the coaches. Like, this is all your fucking fault.
And this is like my life at the time. This is all I care about.
So he has just anger and rage in his heart, and the first person he sees is me. Where he fucks me up. He cleats me.
Oh yeah, fucked you up good.
And I'm not a person who gets really mad. I'm just like, all right, dude, come on. It's practice. We're a shitty team. We're not gonna do good anyways.
We were good at the time. Freshman year, we only lost 2 games. We were good
at the time. And they still didn't let me play. I don't know why.
No, one time you did get to play. He got in, and he had maybe 3 yards. We were averaging, probably like 15 yards a carry. Like, we were dominant on offense. We were averaging 15 yards, We finally put him at running back, and he just has to run 3 yards. He has an open hole. It's easy for him. Yeah. But because he wasn't athletic or couldn't see these things in front of him, he just like got there and was like, whoa. And like, it was like those movies when the shitty kid, like where they play a parody on it, where like, oh, he should run in, but then they just fuck him up. Like literally, every person off the bench comes and just fucking hits him, wakes him up. And he's just standing there, like, standing straight up, like, herp-a-derp-a-derp, and they just fuck you up.
You know what's great is that during those times, it wasn't like me versus the first string. It was me versus the fourth string, because that's what... It was fourth string versus fourth string. That's all that was playing.
And these people were competing for spots.
That's the thing is, like, people thought I had any... Like, I didn't want to play football. I was just on the team for 4 years. And they thought I was like, oh, David, one day he's going to get better, and he'll eventually get his spot on the team.
Yep,
so earn it. These people, when they would fuck me up, they would put me down, and they'd be like, yeah, dude, stay down. Yeah, that's right. You're my fucking bitch. And I'd be like, hey, man, we're fourth string. What are you doing?
See, but those people were competing for spots.
I know, yeah. They were like, I'm going to show the coaches that I can fuck up this retard on the field and really put him down. Yeah. And I'm just scared to be out there.
Yeah, you're terrified.
I used to hide so they didn't realize that, like, they're like, oh, David hasn't got out there yet, because the coaches didn't remember me.
Yeah, at all.
They didn't remember, like...
One of the coaches actually had the same name as you.
Oh, yeah.
And couldn't remember your name.
I was close. I was close to calling him out.
Yeah. And one day, if you ever do become famous, I'm going to be using it to fuck pussy. You, on the other hand, will be to crush your enemies.
This is getting off the rails. We got to reel it back.
Yeah.
So that's the first time me and James... I ever even realized who James was through football. Him fucking me up after... I would dominate on the play, and then James didn't like that, and then he would, fuck me up.
I was pissed. Really
that
pissed.
Leads us into, we weren't friends, like, because I was in the honors classes, so I became friends with the dweebs, and then, is that funny to you? Is that funny to you, little man?
Dork.
And then James was, like, friends with the fucking idiots. So eventually,
I was friends with everybody.
By junior year, a lot of those like honors classes went away, and I just stopped taking honors classes. Yeah. Except for, it doesn't matter. We ended up taking like similar classes, and it was like, right, I guess the locker really kind of started it. It was when we literally had lockers next to each other. Yep.
And then we found out that we play the same video games and shit.
But the thing is because you were a great player, like one of the best players on the team, you would stay on the coaches wanted to talk to you after the fact. Yeah. But me being smart, I was like, okay, this guy's bigger than me. I just get to the locker first, and I can just take the whole bench.
Yeah. But so it doesn't work like that.
I know. When I would get there is I was like, okay, this guy's not gonna take my shit. Like but I forgot bully.
Okay.
Bully.
But I'd quarter. So
you would quarter.
Hey,
you would like fucking
rather than calling me a bully, call me what I am. A martyr, dude.
No, okay, all right.
Here's the thing. I got this terrible rep for being a bully.
Kid who was blind.
But
I got concussed all the time.
Yeah, okay. But imagine if I didn't put those kids down, where they be today.
Yeah.
I may have shaped their life.
Now that kid, instead of being half blind, he's fully blind because James put lead in his eyes. Hey, stay down. I hope you can never fucking see again. Those are like direct quotes. I'm like, yo, dude, stop. Yeah, I'm gonna pee on him next.
No, hey, I didn't piss on him.
Oh, okay.
That was this other school over.
Did you come on him? Is that what you did?
The other.
Sorry, we're not gonna talk about jerking off, but James used to jerk off on kids.
Never jerked off on a kid. Nor have I ever pissed on a kid.
Okay,
but a school
that was the rival school.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when James, he would bully me off the spot all the time, and that made James laugh a lot, but it really did come from the heart because I earned my fucking spot on. I'm talking literal, like a literal bench. I earned my spot on.
Yeah, and he wasn't fast, so it wasn't like anybody was.
No, I just had to outsmart everybody.
Yeah,
and that's what I told him. I was like,
because you were able to sneak off.
You might be stronger than me, but I can kill you.
Because let's be honest, we did conditioning at the end.
Yeah.
You probably could have snuck off without doing that.
Oh, yeah, easily.
And nobody would notice. You could probably tell them, like, yeah, my dad's coming to pick me up early, like 3 times a week.
Oh, wait, I have a small story back to when we were in football. Like, because everybody, back before people knew who I was.
This is going to sound a lot like a sports podcast.
No, I know.
So, since we're on that subject.
Okay, all right.
Hey, fuck Rec League Sports.
Yeah. Yo, thank God.
First week, we blow them out of the water. Like,
number one podcast on iTunes, number one podcast on Spotify. It's the craziest thing.
We were the number one.
Nobody's ever seen it.
Nobody's ever seen something like that.
So,
and Rec League Sports, what are they?
Fuck Rec League Sports.
They're getting like
fuck Andrew Seelan, fuck Nikki J. We're putting it out there. We're starting a goddamn war.
This is a fucking war.
They haven't said anything yet. They haven't clapped back. So we'll put it out there.
And eventually, what I want to do is get a fuck Rec League. Fuck
sure.
Put in the monologue up there. I don't care about
fuck Rec League Sports.
I don't need to.
We're burning them to the ground.
Yeah.
We're gonna take their followers. We're gonna take their women. We're gonna.
Hey, especially their women. This guy undefeated against all women. How about you talk about that on your sports
I'm gonna
podcast?
talk about.
How about you talk about that on your sports podcast? Talk about how this guy.
What's your hot take on sports when we're taking your fucking women?
And also wrestling them. And also wrestling them, beating them 19-0.
Yeah, call them racial slurs. Tell them what they are.
No, we're not.
I'll start.
No. Hey, we're going to reel it back. We're going to reel it back.
All
hey,
right.
back to the sports. Look at that. Reeling it back.
Back to the sports.
Fishing. Those guys don't ever talk about fishing. So, I just made a reel it in joke.
So back when
Tiger Woods is like the best.
Nobody knew me on the team. You knew me, like, you'd fuck me up, right? Yeah. So people thought I wanted to, like, compete for spots, get on the team.
Yep.
So this one kid on the team, he was like he was our running back. He was the best player on the team. Have you ever seen Friday Night Lights?
Yeah.
So it's basically like their running back who he's not really like a smart guy, but god damn it, can you fucking...
he knew football.
He could see a hole. He would fuck shit up.
Hey, not only a hole in football, but
All right, and some pussy. All right.
Yeah, damn straight.
So that kid, because his only mind was on football, he literally thought like, okay, this guy wants to play football too. He wants to be like me.
this guy looks up to me. So we're both 14-year-old kids in like freshmen in high school, and he's like, this guy looks up to me. I'm his fucking hero. But in all reality, you're looking up to people like what? Bill Cosby.
Oh right, I'm looking up for Bill Cosby at the time. Yeah. I didn't know.
Tiger Woods, you liked a lot too.
Okay.
Okay. you like those.
So I had hair like it. I mean, it's a bad joke, but I had hair like Jesus. Yeah. And when you're that young, that's what kids think. That became my nickname on the team. Yeah. So this kid who he only knows football, he was like, you know what I'll do?
Or they also called him Sir Runs with Horses.
Okay.
Yeah, I botched
all right. Okay. Yeah, botched it a little bit. After like that one game where like I had my moment to shine, I think I like ran for 5 yards. After the game, he was like, "Guys, I'm gonna get a Jesus chant going," and he was like, "Jesus, Jesus," and everybody in the locker room was like, "Yeah, Jesus!" Like they were like, "Woo!"
We threw him up on our shoulders like he was Rudy, dude. And he
in my
has
head,
his radio.
In my head, I'm like, they think I'm the retard on the team. That this is the only thing I've ever wanted, and all of them are like, "Whoa, pour Gatorade on his head. This is the fucking best thing he's ever had in his entire life."
We just won this game like 42-0 because of our starting team.
Literally
this
nothing
guy
to do with.
Had 5 yards,
and they were like, "Yeah, it's all because of you, Jesus. We put the team on your back. You had that great spin move." And I'm just trying. I was like, "Please put me down. Just please put me down. I want to just go home. I don't want to be here."
I want to go back home, fuck my sister, and just keep to myself. I just
want to go home and fuck my sister, and just like normal.
I don't want anybody to bother me. I just want to go back to fucking my sister, man.
Oh, man.
All right, you got one last question for me. Huh?
I do, yeah. What does it say? Oh, so this, did you read it already?
No.
Okay. It's not really a question. It just says, Second underage drinking ticket, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation.
Number two. So I was 19 at the time, enlisted to leave for the military, Navy. And I had a contract signed already, a pretty good contract, a new contract. One where you're
really downplaying this.
Where you really can't fuck up. Like, I had a pretty decent signing
I don't
bonus.
like to give this guy credit. But not like when people sign up for like the Navy, majority of people do not get into the nuclear engineering program. It's like a prestigious thing.
Both my brothers have.
Both your brothers did. It was like the family business in a way.
Yeah, family business. That,
like your parents are very proud of you. It's like, oh, you're like your brothers. It's the one thing you wanted to do.
They weren't that proud of that as they were when I had my scholarship for football, though.
Oh yeah, you also had a
They
scholarship
were
for
really
football.
they were really excited for me to play.
But you decided to not do the scholarship for football
because we didn't have the money. Yeah.
so you did the Navy instead, which is like literally the best option for that.
Yeah.
What did you do instead?
I decided, just dropped a bunch of weight.
Yeah.
Was ready to go, leaving in a month.
Somehow he got back to his peak physical shape of 15 back when he was 19.
I was in my peak physical form. What was I, like 315 pounds?
Yeah.
I was the tiniest I ever was. The tiniest I was since I was like, what, 8?
Yeah,
so that was pretty good. But no, I was in good physical condition, lost like probably 50 pounds at the time. And I was ready to go. Wanted to send it off.
Right.
My boy David goes, let's go up to this college town.
No, we can say
party.
You can say Whitewater.
Yeah,
We can
Whitewater.
say it.
Whitewater, Wisconsin.
For the people who don't know what Whitewater is, there's Wisconsin in general is like a drinking like state. It's we're a state.
All colleges are big on drinking.
Yeah, all colleges are big on drinking. Madison being like the big overrated one. Whitewater is like a tight knit group of people who like are. It's probably like the biggest drinking school next to Madison, right?
Yeah, it's pretty close. So we have this Spring Splash thing.
We
go
explain the event. So Spring Splash is
it's
like
the first like nice weekend like.
So it's just like it's like an April. It's like an April day.
So we try to go outside and party.
Oh, we don't go to this college.
We don't go to this college. We're just like, hey, we're going to this. I show up. David's like, hey, we got to go to this. We end up getting there, and we're like, hey, we're getting fucking
to describe the situation is that it's all underage kids drinking, and the police are very well aware that all of the people are drinking. People are pouring out of the streets. The parties that are going on fill the entire backyard, and if a cop comes to break it up, everybody scatters and then just goes to another backyard, and then it starts it up again.
And sometimes they'll even give like warnings, like, "Hey, we're coming to your party in like
hey,
15 minutes.
We're the police, and we're coming.
Get out of here!"
They don't.
And it's like so easy to get away with everything.
It's not even
like
easy.
As long as you're not naked in the streets, you're fine.
Yeah, they literally don't want to give any tickets out because
it's just too much work. It'd be too much work. So I go there. And I'm fucking down a bunch of weight, not drinking much because I'm trying to stay lean. Yeah. Dude. I'm trying to fucking stay lean.
Oh, right. That's why you get so hammered. It's because you were on that diet.
Yeah,
like, legit.
I had like no calories in me that day. I hadn't eaten. But then I decided, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going shotgun a Four Loko.
Yep.
Shotgun a Four Loko.
Fuck it up.
Killed the bottle with the buddies. You know, we swig and passed it around. Bam, bam, bam. We get a little bit drunk. I get my eyes on a girl.
Yeah.
That's the girl I want. She touched me.
Yeah, that's all it takes.
All she did was like throw her arm around me for a picture or something. I was
she loves me.
This girl
not only does she love you, she wants you,
and she wants me to seek her out and find her.
Yeah.
All my buddies go back. Hey, we're going to take a rest. We're going to eat some pizza.
Yeah.
Get some food in our stomach. I go,
no,
I'm good.
Yeah. So the rest of us go back to the people that we know. We went to visit their place, and like. We go off here. James stays back for the girl. In the meantime, from me and James separating, I gather different clothing items. I gather a different shirt and
more beachy. You look more
beachy. Bucket hat.
Probably something like this color. I think you had like a salmon.
To a normal person, I just look like I'm wearing a hat.
Yeah, he's wearing a new hat. That's pretty much
it.
That's back pretty much it.
So where are you?
So I'm wandering around, getting a little bit more drunk. Found out I'm never going to find this person ever, and I end
alone.
I'm by myself. I end up wandering into a front yard, passing out, and at 4 p.m. a cop wakes me up.
Unfortunately, if all he had to do was be in the backyard with other people, he decided to go to the front lawn
and take a nap.
Take
a snooze. They woke me up at 4 p.m. and I blew a 0.25, which if people don't know, that's 3 times the legal limit to drive.
That's it up.
And that's 4 p.m. And I blew that. And they're like, hey, like, you're going to get an underage drinking ticket. And I guess I squirmed around in the reports. It said I squirmed around for like 5 minutes to get my wallet out of my pocket. They go, do you have someplace that like we can take you to, like somebody sober, somebody that can take care of you, somebody that's of age? I go, yeah, David.
I'm not of age. I'm not sober. I'm not capable of taking care of him.
At all. But I call him up with confidence.
So I've been calling him. Like, it's not like I just forgot about James. I'm like, okay, where? I got to find this guy. I get
into shit.
And he has not been answering for a while. So I'm already testy.
Yeah.
So finally, James calls me after maybe a couple hours of me calling, and I go, "Hey, where the fuck are you, dude? I've been looking for you all goddamn day." And I get a call, and it's like, "Hi, this is police officer so and so of the sheriff's department of Whitewater. We have your friend here. Are you sober? He needs to pick you up." And I say, "Yes."
But I don't have a car, he says. So the cop is like, "Okay, yeah, I'll just take him to you then. Where are you? You sent the address to me or whatever."
I thought I had to run to you.
No. We got dropped off. I got dropped off. I got driven in the back of this car.
Yeah.
The cop car. And they dropped me off at this place. And David comes out with a new hat on.
The new hat, new shirt,
and I'm
different
fucked
outfit.
up. And I go, "I don't know this guy."
I'm his ticket out of there. I'm his, like, literally if you don't have me, you're going to, like, sleep in a jail cell.
Yeah, and I'll have to sleep it off. So.
And this guy I'm like, "Hey, I'm his friend." And James says, "I've never seen that person in my life."
Yeah, and I'm very confident that I haven't. David comes and you were real calm. Threw your arm.
I'm Adam, and I said, "No, I know him."
Yeah, and he goes.
I'm just wearing a hat.
He threw his arm around me, and he goes, "James, it's me." I think that I finally lightened up.
No, I don't even think you ever recognized at me, that it was me.
Yeah, but then you were like, "Let's go get you to sleep." You brought me inside. I cried. I think I cried for a bit, which is like my thing. I cry sometimes when I'm
I
drunk.
don't know I don't know why those guys gave you to me.
I have no idea.
Like, I wasn't even close to being sober.
And you were clearly wearing an outfit for that day.
Yeah, I was part of the event.
Yeah, you were part of the event, just taking a quick little break. And me, I didn't want to take that break.
So, unfortunately, with the second underage drinking ticket, that's enough for them to say, "Hey, we can't let you get into the nuclear engineering program."
Yeah, I didn't get kicked. I like to hyperbolize it.
And so you got kicked out of the entire
Navy?
Navy?
I got kicked out of the Navy.
No, you literally
which sounds way more badass.
It sounds funnier, but you could have gotten into anything else.
Yeah, I could have done anything. And I lost that contract, and I was like, "Yeah, let's scrap that."
You want to say how much money the signing bonus was?
Signing bonus was $18,000.
Jesus Christ!
If I would have stayed in for a long period of time, the signing bonus is known to be like $100,000.
Yeah.
So it would have been a pretty solid gig.
Instead we got hammered at Whitewater.
A pretty shitty gig, a long working job that I don't think that I'd be happy doing.
But
would have been rolling in cash, dude.
Instead, we have this dope story to tell.
And I may have been married by now.
Oh, right. You probably would have met a wife. You maybe had a couple kids.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. But now you're stuck here.
But now I've had
With
sex.
me.
I've had sex once. And
a
I'm
half.
22, 1.5 times. Floppy dicked one pussy, full on quarter dicked another puss. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
Nuts that, brother. I have a question for you, actually.
Oh, okay. Sure.
This is another. Well, my questions aren't so personal.
The questions are done. This is kind of like the epilogue because we're pretty much at time.
But I kind of want to get some information on you. Holy shit,
right.
yo! I just fucked that up. But I need to get in deep. You on the other hand, ask personal questions. I want to throw more metaphoricals at you.
Okay.
Right?
Are these like quick?
Kind of ish.
Okay. All right. After this, we'll end it then.
Possibly.
Possibly.
So say you're a superhero.
I for real gotta pee.
Okay. Say you're a superhero, right?
Okay. Do I get to pick the superhero?
You're not what would your power be? Do you think?
My power?
Yeah.
Well, I don't like playing these kind of games. My power would be to whatever I'm thinking, I could have that superpower. That would be my power.
Okay.
So
you want to hear what I think that your superpower?
Okay. So this is just a setup for you to make. Okay.
I think personally,
okay,
you would be called B-Man.
Okay.
And what you would do?
Yeah, you know why?
You would just have control over the bees.
Yeah.
And sometimes you throw honey in people's faces.
That would be my superpower?
Yeah, because I was trying to think of what would the biggest pussy superpower be?
Yeah.
And I thought that one was it. And how do you think
that's the biggest pussy superpower? My fucking bees would end your goddamn life. I would make them go down your fucking throat.
You know what bees do, right? Huh? They're not even hornets. You have bees.
I'm not saying they sting you. I want them to strangle you from the inside. Because I have control of the bees, right? Yeah. I can make them go wherever I want into you. Inside of you. All of them. All of the bees are in you.
Okay, but that's still a pussy superpower.
And you'd be dead.
Okay.
My superpower would fucking kill you. So don't say I have a pussy superpower.
That's not true though, because
I have control of all the bees.
You think I wouldn't have an antidote for bees?
You don't. How much money do you think I would get from the honey?
Huh?
Millions. I would have a bee farm.
But you'd still be a bitch. You'd be bee man. Like people would look at you and think, "Hey, what's up with bee man?"
If I piss my pants on the podcast, you think we get a lot of views?
Yeah.
Okay. We went, I think, 55 minutes without mentioning the fact that I'm wearing a wool shirt.
Yeah, you are wearing a wool shirt.
And entire denim.
Oh, yeah, denim on denim. You are looking very back. I think that's an exact outfit that Justin Timberlake wore back in 2001.
If I had to marry anybody back in 2001, Britney Spears.
Britney Spears. Yeah, and he had that.
And he
bitch
had her
on
with the denim.
With all due respect, that bitch on rock.
Yeah, with all due respect.
Yeah, with all due respect. What do you think your origin would be for whatever said super? Like, what would make you into the superhero that you were?
Me and my parents are going to be going to, I don't know, like a theater or something, and I'm going to be scared of the theater.
Okay.
Like, I don't like the show. And then, well, my mom is going to be wearing like a pearl necklace, I would imagine.
Okay. Yeah.
And when we go out the theater, a robber comes up and he's like, "Hey, stop! It's the Millers! Stop them! we're the richest family in my imagination." Okay. And he just bang, 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 bang. He just starts shooting. He doesn't even care. And I go, "Oh no, my mom!" And then he's like, "You're a b-boy." That's my origin.
See you later, B-man.
So then
he scrams.
So then I'm like, "That's weird." And then
as he's running, he drops his can of honey, and you're just like, "What the fuck?" And then a bee comes onto you, and you smack it. And come to find out, it was a superpowered bee. Mm-hmm. You want to hear my origin story for you? So you're on the playground, right?
This is way different than what like the kind of questions I had for you.
Yeah,
mine are really personal, deep.
Mine
ones.
are metaphorical.
Okay, I don't know if that's the right. Okay, it's not really metaphor. Okay,
so I think you're on like the playground, right? Mm-hmm. And everybody's like, "Hey, let's play some dodgeball. Let's play some dodge." You're like, "Yeah, can I play?" And they're like, "Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure, David, you can play." And they just start whipping fucking dodgeballs at you, right? And you're down on the ground in the fetal position.
You're taking this from truth.
Yeah, but then your mom and dad go, "Hey, stop." You're screaming, "Stop, stop doing it."
They just keep fucking me up. How old am I? 12?
8. And they're yelling, "Stop, stop." They turn on your parents.
So
just start pelting.
So
your
all
parents,
the kids, you think my parents are dweebs too? They get pelted by the kickballs.
Yeah, and they start getting pelted by these balls, right, to the point where they die. And and like as you're on the ground, just to add insult to injury, a swarm of bees just starts getting you, and it like gets you to like run.
So wait, so after I get completely bullied, look, bully him. Those are his parents. Kill him. And then the bees are like, "Wait, that kid's on the ground. Fuck him up." And then I get okay.
So then after that, you swear vengeance, and you become. Here's what I give you.
Okay.
You're going to be a little bit cool because you're not just a superhero,
sure,
but you're an anti-hero.
Yeah.
Like you kill bullies
because I got bullied.
Yeah. But
wait, how old are the bullies? So I'm killing 12-year-olds with my bees?
You grow up and like these people all somehow magically, so something explodes and they have like powers too.
So all of the kids who bullied me and killed my parents.
Like one of them goes like this and a bunch of dodgeballs fly out of his hands.
It's like my childhood. It's all over again. No.
And like your one weakness, what do you think that your weakness would be?
I don't know, ants maybe? Is that the antithesis of bees?
No. Mine would be like somebody that's got above average strength.
Okay. My only weakness!
No!
Anybody who's...
I can't get up. He's just sitting on me. He's stronger than me.
So you think I'd be a weak little fucking bitch? I would never work out?
I can't control these bees. He's just a little bit stronger than me.
Oh my God.
So we can...
I gotta pee so bad.
Yeah, that's fine. We're almost done here.
We're almost done.
Yeah. So like, I think I think that covers everything.
So you never had any questions for me. You just wanted to call me B-boy and say that anybody with average strength could take me down?
Pretty much. I had, like I said, I had some metaphorical questions that I wanted answered from your... But you also realize now that you would be B-boy, huh?
Well, I always knew it in my heart.
Yeah. And you were actually bullied by dodgeballs.
If I can keep going, but you have to like keep it talking, or I have to go pee.
No, we got it.
We got it.
Yeah, we understand.
Are we cutting it?
Yeah. Well, I think that was pretty productive.
I think that was okay.
Yeah, we
covered a lot.
We went over a lot. We heard you guys' criticism. Hopefully, it was better. If not, fuck off and suck a dick.
Oh yeah. Before we close out, if you tell us anything, we're really gonna just come at you. Like, fuck you.
Yeah. Like, hey, but here's the thing. Like, we want to hear it so that way we can improve.
But we're gonna talk shit to you.
Just know that if you tell us anything, we will talk shit to you.
How many people do you think from the first episode are gonna come over? Who are the real fans? Who are gonna watch episode 2?
Like, out of the 13 million people?
Yeah.
Maybe like 12 people.
Okay, so
I think that we'll have like at least like.
I think this one's gonna get 12.
12
All right, cut the shit, dude.
But yeah,
I gotta fucking.
This will be out. It's Wednesday right now. It'll be out on Saturday. We're going to have weekly podcasts. Just so you guys know, make sure that you guys keep on tuning in to the Monologue podcast. Follow our Twitter and soon to be Instagram. And subscribe on YouTube.
That's it.